Hey folks, Dave here, and welcome back to the American Republic. This is of course my Empire Total War American Let's Play series with a bit of a historical emphasis. We are actually in the midst of trying to restore France to power. We liberated France, and last episode I actually was able to give it back to them. And we have actually conquered Amsterdam because the Dutch would not stop invading us, and because of this we've been in a very long war with both Austria and Sweden, who did not take kindly to our occupation of the Netherlands. So, it is now the summer of 1835, and last turn I actually ran out of funds for replenishment. So I do have some income coming in slowly, and the first thing that I'm going to do is make sure that my replenishment is topped off across the board for all armies that actually needed it. That was a lot of these European armies. Moving things over to the USA. I have some battle cleanup to do after our defeat of the Spanish armies in the Carolinas. Whew. 4,000 gold there. 217.
Make ready.
Really not much.
Ready and awaiting orders.
Let's actually get
forward.
Another cannon in our Pennsylvanian army.
Onwards.
And then we will send them home.
Ready and awaiting orders.
That will leave us with some extra cavalry, some dragoons.
At the ready. Yes. Your humble servant. Make ready.
Where can I put them? This army has quite a lot already.
Sir. Ready and
I'll add them to our
too much.
Virginian army and send them back to Virginia.
Mark. Sir.
That leaves us with some extra troops to recruit for General Croucher, who I'm going to leave here in the Carolinas,
Forward.
occupying the fort. I'm actually going to recruit a 24-pounder cannon from Pennsylvania and just send it down to the Carolinas. Now, we're down to 12,000 gold. We have some repairs we have to do, but also some upgrade options. I mean, we could build a global trading company at one of our trading ports that's not currently being blockaded, like a few of them are. Or we can repair our university. Actually, seeing we're actually right at the end of the tech tree, I think I'm going to upgrade one of these ports. Let's do New York, New York. Global Trading Company. Everyone seems to be quite happy about our low tax levels. Still medium taxes for our last territory in Europe. And 2,000 gold remaining. I believe, yes, we are marching on Mexico once again. They can't seem to help themselves and have declared war once again.
Your orders?
Let's sabotage some of their mines. Detected.
Waiting for further
No sabotage.
At the ready.
We'll keep General Berkeley here at the
Make
fort,
ready.
guarding the border.
Mark. Make ready.
This is a nice mix of militia. I might station them in lower Louisiana to help keep an eye on the coast. I'm pretty sure Texas is secure here. I will send some Minutemen back to Santa Fe and recruit some provincial cavalry. Mexico is sending a gentleman up to meet me. Probably going for my burned down university. And we still have these two full-strength Austrian armies hanging out up here in Canada. And another army on this Austrian navy. Something to keep an eye on.
March! More orders?
Let's swap armies here
Sir.
and keep our strongest force at the crossing into our territories there. We're still at war with, let's see, minor nations, Mexico and Austria and Sweden. Let's see if France will trade with us. Yeah, they're still kind of angry about us conquering their territory according to the AI, when in reality we took it from the Austrians and gave it back to them. We also can't afford any state gifts. Wow, Spain really hates us. Negative 347 there. I'll try for a trade agreement, but this is just not going to happen. He described it as an insult. Wait, when did Great Britain take Guatemala? Or did I give them that? I can't remember. Huh. I had totally forgotten about this full stack army down here in Panama. That's going to remain a US holding for the time being, along with New Granada, which is really raking in some cash for us. Mexico's navy over here causing some havoc.
Troops placed for ambush.
Let's kick them out of our port, and I'll repair it next turn. I'll recruit some provincial cavalry. Oh, we have more militia out here. I will probably disband a couple of these guys and send the remainder to our central territories, just so I have some militia that I can move around. I'm going to do a quick check of my naval forces. Let's make a tally here. Let's see. General Putnam in Europe. Or Admiral Putnam. A single 5th rate in the Gulf of Mexico. Our North American Navy in the Gulf of Mexico. 2nd European Navy. 3rd European Navy. 2 ships that I had forgotten about way up north. You guys come down here and let's uh-oh. Giant Austrian fleet of first rates. We're going to have to go around them. I might attempt to break this blockade though. It's just a Mexican 5th rate for now. Before I do that though, where's that last navy? Also here in Europe.
All the way. Clear decks for battle. Ship shape and Bristol fashion.
We do have a few more ships here in Europe to repair. That's what I was looking for. It was just any stragglers.
Where to, Captain?
It's a decent sized Swedish fleet up here. Yeah, first rates galore. I might do some troop movements here in Europe too, but first let's focus on possibly blocking that, or I guess breaking that blockade at our port in Plymouth. We have a 3rd rate and a 5th rate. We've sailed around the Austrian army, and I think the odds look pretty good here. Let's take out this Mexican ship. It is a calm day at sea off of New York here. I'm not going to bother with any kind of grouping here because I only have the 2 ships. Put our 3rd rate up front, the Warrior. And our 5th rate, the Repulse, behind that. Full sails. And let's make it happen. We do have some travel time here, so I'll get things fast forwarding and we'll close to engagement distance. Alright, the Mexican San Antonio has fired the first shots of the battle with their forward-facing cannons there. You can see that they are currently reloading. Let's just go ahead and give them a broadside from the Warrior. I'm going to lock it down, all 35 cannons ready to fire at once as we make the turn. And wait for it. Fire. Our first hits are out, doing some hull damage. And it looks like she is going to attempt to circle. Tell you what, I'm going to turn with the wind here and maintain this attack with the repulse. I'm going to switch the repulse to chain shot and take out the San Antonio's sails so she can't escape the battle once it goes against her. Not a bad move there, waiting until they had closed quite a bit. But here comes the repulse. That chain shot is ready. Ah, she just took her sails down. Most of our chain shot is probably going to miss, just doing some mass damage. Let's turn the Warrior hard. Got the repulse back on ball shot. Let's not get too separated here. The wind is shifting really quickly. In fact, let's just anchor the repulse. Wow, the San Antonio is still maintaining all of their cannons, just with some hull damage. I'm going to make that turn and switch back to chain shot. They have severe hull damage, almost 50%, but all of their cannons still. They got really, really lucky there. There's some hits from the repulse. I'm going to put the warrior on chain shot, along with the repulse as well. I'll have them make a slow turn with the wind. San Antonio still maintaining all of her cannons, man. But listing really hard to the side there. We've actually lost 3 of our cannons. Wow. Let's see if we can catch her in the crossfire. Just minor damage to the sails. Wow. We're losing cannons left and right. This is one tough 5th rate. We're just gonna circle here. The repulse routing after taking a couple of solid hits there. Down to 33 cannons. The San Antonio is turning out to be a lot tougher than I expected. She still has all cannons. I'm going to regroup and keep the repulse close to the warrior from here on out. Play it nice and safe. The San Antonio taking even more hull damage and still no loss of cannon. There's some loss of cannon, and they are on fire too. The repulse getting in some revenge shots there. Apparently the San Antonio is still on fire. I don't see it, but that's what the status says. There goes that chain shot. Her sails are now at half health, basically. There's a broadside from the repulse. Some decent hits there. They've still only lost 3 cannons. I'm going to put the warrior back on chain shot. Try and hit their masts and their sails so they can't escape. Oh, and the San Antonio is sinking. They are abandoning ship. A tough fight from them though, wow. Because I sank the San Antonio, we can't capture it as a prize. Down she goes, and I'll repair my fleet for 429. That's going to end the turn, seeing I am out of cash. I might make just a few more troop movements in France though. Now that we're all replenished, I'll keep 2 armies together at a time. Scout out the Austrians.
By the left, march. Waiting for your orders.
There's the Spanish.
Sir. Can't do that, General.
Are you stuck?
Make ready. Ready and awaiting orders.
Oh no,
sir.
2 of our armies are on top
sir.
of each other. That's not good.
Make ready. I cannot do that. Ready for orders.
They appear to be completely
Your humble
glitched.
Sir. Make ready.
That's unfortunate.
Sir. Make ready. Your orders.
Guess I will just have to disband all of them.
Ready and awaiting orders.
And there we go. I can move the second army again. Strange.
Men, forward. Ready for orders. Awaiting further orders.
I am just going to keep them all together. 2 armies and 2 armies.
Ready and awaiting orders.
General Armstrong and General Nathaniel Greene, age 93. Just about every perk you can imagine. Hero of the army. Awesome. Well, I don't see a lot going on with Austria.
Yes.
I do have a gentleman here in Europe, and before I end my turn, I'm going to see, do I have any other agents that I can use to scout here in Europe? The Carolinas, Wilderness, New Spain, New France, New Granada, New France, Spain, New Granada. Huh. Only my gentleman in Europe, it looks like. Tell you what, let's get
A missionary on a mission.
one of these scouts on a boat and take them over to Europe. Yeah, we don't need 2 rakes in New Spain. Head on down to
Discretion is
New York,
guaranteed.
and we'll get you on a ship as soon as possible. For now, though, I'm going to scout with my gentleman. We're pretty close on the technology tree anyway.
Is to serve. I shall rest.
I want to see what Austria has down here. If possible, I will sweep up into Alsace-Lorraine and Württemberg and hit Austria's territories hard. Right there from the west. Cut what's left of their empire right in half. I may give Württemberg to Great Britain and see if they can actually recruit some troops there too. We'll see how that goes next turn though. It is now the winter of 1835, and we are almost broke because Mexico and Sweden are blockading one of our primary ports in Pennsylvania. Ooh, and a second port down here in the Caribbean Sea. We do have a new naval hospital in Florida, which means we can eventually recruit heavy first rates. Let's go ahead and end this war with Mexico.
Sir.
I was watching over the AI turn, and I'm pretty sure that Mexico has actually experienced some kind of revolution. Yeah, their people are very, very angry.
What do you require? Hello? Watching and listening.
Still not able to sabotage.
The night.
I'll go for some of their fleet buildings next.
Your humble servant.
Once I conquer Mexico, I might actually occupy them for a few years and
Civilians ready.
teach them a lesson. 2 declarations of war after we help them declare independence is a bit much in just like the last, what, 5 to 10 years? That's ridiculous. We'll take their capital next turn and end this war. For now, they are starving us pretty efficiently. We also have a new rake recruited, our scouts here in the Carolinas.
Secrecy. My watchword.
I'd really like to send him on a ship to Europe, but I really can't spare any ships unless... Yeah, let's use our extra 5th rate here.
Any orders?
I'll send a second 5th rate along with them.
Orders, Captain?
Have the 3rd rate join my Gulf of Mexico Navy.
Waiting further orders. Any orders?
And it looks like Mexico is not trading with very many people, so I won't bother doing a complete blockade, but I will raid right there.
Orders?
That'll get us a bit of cash for next turn in case they don't break that blockade.
Ready for action. Underway.
With my 2 5th rates, let's get my agent. Get him on board the fleet. And I'll get my second agent up here in New York at a later date. He has missed his departure for now. Ooh, FPS lag spike there.
All the way.
Alright, our agent is on board. Can't quite make it to Europe this turn. I'll go ahead and send him along his way, though. Looks like a lot of our money is going to army upkeep for one turn. I'm going to increase taxes, bringing us up to 27,000 gold per turn
Yes.
with just the normal tax setting. So we're still in good shape,
At the ready.
even with this sudden blockade.
Forward. March. Your humble servant.
Well, we can't take the capital of Mexico this turn. And we really have no money for recruitment or any kind of construction. So that just kind of leaves
How can I
some
be of
possible
service?
attacks against the Austrians.
At once.
Ooh,
Awaiting your instruction.
they have
As it pleases you.
a couple of large armies over here in Alsace-Lorraine.
Sir.
Let's go ahead and get General Green moving in that general direction.
Sir.
General Armstrong to follow.
Prepare for war. Yes. Make ready.
General Deere Should we go ahead and attack that steam engine factory?
Make ready for battle.
Let's do
At the
it.
ready, sir. Sound the call
We'll
to
take the
battle.
minefield as well.
Sir.
That's going to be expensive to repair once we capture it, but let's let the Austrians know that we're coming.
Yes, sir.
I'll leave this small army back behind to guard Paris, which it looks like the French are having a hard time keeping their population under control. That could get nasty quickly. Oh, France, why are you still hostile? We have no technology to offer them at all. And they still won't trade. Hey, Venice is now indifferent. Will you guys trade? No, how about Persia? I see a trend here. No one wants to touch us right now. Yeah. Not gonna bother with anybody else who's already unfriendly. I definitely see another war with Spain coming. And it looks like their stance with us is still at negative 348. That's really all I can do for this turn, except for maybe recruit a few more troops here in Europe. I'll do some infantry.
Sir.
And call it for this turn. I'll add a horse to that too.
Anything more?
To start off, the summer of 1836, we have completed our research on percussion shells. This is a cannon shell which explodes on impact instead of just a fuse. That's pretty slick. We have a cotton warehouse in Florida, some new troops in Pennsylvania and the Netherlands, and our path has been blocked in Mexico. Let's send that cannon down to the fort in the Carolinas where it was intended to go. I'll go ahead and repair the university. Our population is quite happy now, even with the higher taxes, so I'm going to keep them for a while and fund the war for a bit longer. I'll build up this commercial basin, even though it's being blockaded right now. That's 10,000 gold. I'm gonna leave this Weaver's Lodge for a bit longer as a salute to the natives, but we are running out of other buildings to upgrade. Once we get the steam engine complete as well as the power loom, we'll have more options for our mills. Aha! Power loom is next turn. That's actually being researched at... what is this? The meeting hall in the Algonquin territory. Any other upgrades we can do with all this cash? Still 17,000 left. This commercial basin is also being raided, or blockaded, I guess, somewhere along the line. I won't upgrade to the full 10,000 option yet. Instead, I'll build a military governor's barracks in Lower Louisiana. Send some Minutemen to protect the port at Pensacola. And recruit some heavy first rates. Let's add a second rate to that. Well, I'll leave some money for other options in this turn. I don't want to spend it all on the Navy just yet. I haven't checked our ministers in a while, but they're actually all very experienced. Additionally, our popularity is a bit low, 68%, but it is going up. The royal family of the president. Doesn't really matter for a republic, but still cool to see it there. Here we go. We can upgrade a fur trading post up in the north here. It's not quite time to invade Alsace-Lorraine just yet, although it looks like the Austrians retreated last turn, leaving it kind of undefended. That could be next. Wow, Spain really carved out an empire in North Africa there. What I will be doing next, though, is conquering Mexico again.
I serve the Lord's will.
Scouting things out, we have 2 armies.
Ready for orders.
I think we have plenty of cannons to cover this attack.
Battalions ready.
It looks like this battle could be a long one though, and we're going to be out of time for this episode. So at the beginning of next episode, we're going to once again march on Mexico City, conquer Mexico, occupy it for a while, and just keep them under control. As always, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you all next time.